All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Just Boolin. Today, as always, joining me is my great friend Sketch.
What up? What up?
Today's a random episode. We got a few things to talk about. Um, Leading into something that Sketch is very, very, very excited for.
Oh boy.
But first, we're going to talk about. We just watched the 8-minute preview of the Metal Gear Solid demo. IGN got to play the Virtuous Mission, which everyone knows is, I'm gonna put that out there. It's basically the tutorial of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Okay, let's put that out there. It's the first part of the game. All right.
It is the prologue, literally.
We have notes. So, long story short, man, all I got out of this is the guy complaining about the game not being a completely different game.
Yeah.
Like, he went out of his way to let us know that, while they made a changement to the controls, which is basically what anyone who loves the series wants, better control, better graphics. He said, and he even made it a point to let us know that the dialogue and everything is the same. Why would we want you to change it? Why do we want a different story? We didn't want a reboot. We didn't want a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 with a different story. What the hell are you talking about?
And see, this is a lot of what I be talking about when I hate people that just change shit just to change shit, because it's never just what's up front, right? Because we've become so comfortable with changing things and doing my version of this, my version of that, it's created a world where that's normal. So you have people like this who feel comfortable, with their whole chest, like they're speaking for normal people, they're speaking for the vast majority of the people that will be, consuming this, when they're completely in error. And once again, it's because we've made this kind of environment. You are not the target audience. They told you in the interview, this is a faithful recreation with updated graphics. That is what we wanted. That's what we've been asking for. We didn't ask for Snake Eater 3.0. Now, am I going to sit here, having played and beat Phantom Pain, am I going to sit here and tell you that I wouldn't love for Snake Eater to be in the Fox engine and for me to do those crazy ass CQC abilities that, I had heard about in Snake Eater? But at the same time, I wanted a recreation. I wanted to see Snake Eater as I remembered it in updated graphics. That's what they told me they were doing, and that's what I tuned in for. So why is it that you're all of a sudden mad? Once again, it's because we've created that environment. And unfortunately for those type of people that want to create that kind of environment where we must do something new with this and new and that instead of what the people want, these things are starting to fall through, like we see with everything. I don't know if you've seen it. Everything surrounding like Star Wars, the Acolyte. Disney's cleaning house with all of the DEI, ESG type stuff. Like, there's still stuff coming through the pipeline just because they put money behind it and it's got to go somewhere. But they are cleaning house behind the scenes. Like, people are getting fired, roles and jobs and whole franchises are being put into jeopardy now because it's clear everybody voted with their money and said, we're tired of the message. And so across the board, in video games, in movies, in television, like, you can say whatever you want to about it, but at the end of the day, these businesses need to make money. I'm just happy that in this instance, the people that want it to be a completely different thing aren't in control of it.
I am that exact thing. I'm sitting here listening to this guy, and he's talking about how the enemies are in the same place, the trees are in the same place, this is in the same place.
In a negative light, in a negative tone. The whole
in a negative
time
tone, and that's the only thing.
Nitpicking it.
He is negative about it basically being just a reason. That's what we want. We don't want a brand new Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. We want to be able to play it and I understand his only thing that kind of made sense. What he said, he wished that the movement was a little bit, the movement they took the movement from Metal Gear Solid 5, which is amazing, and put
Yes,
it in there. But at the same time, he also mentioned with a bad, not a great tone, but he but more positive than it not having the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine or movement, was that they added a few features from the other Metal Gear Solid games to round out the way that game works. Not
exactly.
adding a completely different movement scheme and controls or whatever. They added features that they created after Metal Gear Solid 3 and put it into Metal Gear Solid, the new one. And he said, "Oh, it makes for a better." So say that. Why are you shitting on this game when like it's not brand spanking new?
To be fair, to be completely fair to you, bro. Um, and I hate to do this to you on live, but you said IGN, and I immediately pulled the face anyway, just because they have a bad track record.
I'm very
And I'm
interested
not
to watch another one.
I'm not gonna put my hat in the ring, but just what they've said about Wukong,
Oh, I've probably over the past like week, I probably watched about 6 or 7 hours worth of Wukong, and that game has looked amazing
it
every time I'm watching it.
it is. But yeah,
And now they modded Goku to be in there on
which
PC.
makes fucking sense.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Honestly, I
it's
would
funny as fuck, dude.
that I would. I'm actually thinking about making some videos now. About that.
Y'all hear it
But
first. He said he's gonna make some videos. Y'all ask him where they at if you don't see him within like 2-3 weeks.
10-4. But but yeah, but it makes sense to me knowing that IG was the one behind that interview, or behind that review. I understand why. But like I said, at the end of the day, the the nerds have voted with their wallets. And so
And
people have to
so
deal with
when
that now.
I need it to be like that because what I wanted from Metal Gear Solid Delta was improved graphics. Again, the story doesn't need to be touched. That's why it was picked to be the first one remade. The story doesn't need to be
Exactly.
touched. Metal Gear Solid has an amazing story too. Snake Eater is amazing. Like all of the games are great, but they picked the right one to start with. And the purpose of this game is to breathe new life into the series and then gradually ease you into what it can be. Like for example,
Exactly.
this game is supposed it's going to bring so many different people in, so many different people playing, and it's going to bring some. They already got the movie talks in it, still going rumbling in the background. So what's next is when we go from um, Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta to Metal Gear Solid 6, while they're remaking all of the um, older games using this engine. You got you bags of money, yachts for everyone.
Yeah,
Like that's
bro.
you got if
What
you do it correctly, then you will make so much money and you don't have to take away what this franchise is. And one of
what
the main guy says that he want to breathe new life into the franchise so people see it.
what kills me is they, unfortunately, Konami's kind of painted themselves into a weird kind of corner. Like this is a double-edged sword for them anyway, because
They didn't have
they they don't understand. I mean, I said they don't understand. They probably don't understand the quite the weight it has over this way. Over there, I'm sure they understand completely what it means to Japan and that audience. But over here, I don't think they get how much Metal Gear has influenced America and the culture around it. My God, the memes
Mm.
just from
I,
just from Snake Eater alone, which comprises like 60% of the Metal Gear memes.
I can't even see a cardboard box without thinking someone's infiltrating the room. Let
Bro,
me tell you.
the memes, the nostalgia. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. If the bitch don't sing when I climb up the ladder, I'm losing my shit. I'm sorry. I need that transition from what is it? Not Selena Yarsk. That transition into Soccer Vino, going up the ladder. I think I go up like maybe 10 feet, and then there's a snake on the ground on the right, and a little bit further up, I think it's the tiger stripe. It's either the tiger stripe or the desert camo. But I need all that. I need
Oh
to find the
man,
little I need to find little frogs to shoot the little carols. I need to
and
shoot them.
that's what he doesn't understand. He played the tutorial. He
Exactly,
don't
bro.
realize that he well, and to his credit, he said this is who knows what's gonna, but he don't realize what kind of improvements they made to hunting. Most of the Metal Gear Solid for me, Snake Eater with me was hunting animals, just like you said. I'm hunting
Exactly, bro.
animals. You got to hunt animals that also you got to maintain like a what? Do you have like maintain like a food and eat and stuff?
Yeah, he had maintained
Yeah.
stamina.
So you got to maintain all of that stuff. So you have to hunt things, and then and if you're a completionist like we are in games we love, we got to hunt every single animal. It's a challenge to hunt certain animals.
And I got to beat it on European hard. Like I got to do this shit. And if I fuck
So
up too many times, I have to get the chicken hat. Like, what's good, bro? Like this is what I keep. This is why we keep saying, like, or at least I keep saying. I'm not gonna speak for saying on this, but this is why I keep saying we got too comfortable with letting people say that gatekeeping is a bad thing. Because honestly, the only people that say gatekeeping is a bad thing is the people being kept out. At some point in time, you have to ask, why are those people keeping those other people out?
and just so y'all
Because
know, because people before y'all get in your feelings, he obviously means we don't want people not to come in and love our shit.
no,
He's
no,
talking
no, no,
about the
no, no.
people who only want to cash in on it and don't have any kind of passion about
Exactly.
it.
And you know what? On love, I'm gonna say I need to be better at prefacing what I'm saying. But in terms of actual like putting rubber to the road, getting these franchises in front of you onto the silver screen, onto the small screen, onto whatever medium that you consume. When the rubber meets the road, this is where gatekeeping becomes a real thing. Because not everybody that enjoys the same thing you do enjoys it for the same reason or enjoys it to the same level you do.
That's true. That
And
is true.
it's a reality that people don't like, that there are halftime fans and
Ooh.
full-time fans and part-time fans. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that we have let the part-timers control the narrative on what they want to see inside the franchise by playing the
Mm,
victim role for the
I love
full-time
that.
fans who are here that I don't understand. Like, if it was sports, this wouldn't be a question. You can't sit here and tell me that a 2 year fan of LeBron gets a say in whatever current team he is on versus somebody who has been following him since he started his journey in the NBA.
And what
Like
I've
if
seen from some sports, that people who have been following LeBron for longer than 2 years will check someone 2 years in, even trying to have a opinion on why he needs to be where they think he
exactly
is.
like and
And it's okay.
exactly it's okay because and don't get me wrong, nerds get like my group of nerds all the time pick at people who talk about sports and stuff like that. But then I have to check on myself because like y'all do the same thing with nerdy shit. Like we start power scaling, we start talking about which musical is the best or whatever. Like
Hamilton.
we need to first of all, it's Repo Genetic Opera.
Ooh, I forgot all about that one. Okay,
But
I got a story to tell you off air about that one.
but yeah, but it that's where it falls apart, where the rubber meets the road. I said last episode, the people that made fun of us are now in control of what we like. The problem is we're not recognizing that these people were close to us at one point. Like I said it before, like the call is coming from inside the house. Thankfully, though, it's starting to fall apart because I guess the more normies are starting to see what we've been saying the whole time. Mind you, the stuff that's coming out now, what like the ESG, DEI, all these buzzwords and stuff like that, all this like, they're making it woke and like what did South Park say? Put a chicken and make it gay. Like we've been saying that for years and we've been getting lambasted, but now you see.
Yep. Hold on
But
one
anyway,
second.
I'm getting off that soapbox though.
Nah, yeah, you straight. You straight. Hold on. I
Yeah,
just got. I'm gonna pause real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, and we're back. We're back. I had to tell them that Repo Genetic Opera story real quick. So,
That's crazy. But yeah.
but all
Also,
right,
also to my to any budding fans out there, I am joking about Repo Genetic Opera. I stereotypically hate musicals unless they're Disney numbers. Um, I had a bad experience with Cats as a child, and I think that's all needs to be said.
I, I think having a bad experience with cats, you don't want anyone to have to discuss it. I get it.
Yeah,
Um, but
but yeah, off the soapbox. But yeah, Snake Eater is going to be amazing. Keep that nostalgia shit.
this dude
Don't be
said,
mad.
he said, if you're a purist, you're in luck. Well, guess what? I'm a lucky duck,
You
motherfucker. I
you know what?
cannot wait.
Bring back purists. I keep saying that, but we have too much of this like wishy washy. We gotta appease everybody type bullshit. Where everybody like learn how to stay in your fucking lane. Make a game for who you making a game for, bro. Like Space Arena ain't out here trying to appease everybody. It's here
Man,
for
you
the Warhammer fans,
and the Warhammer fans gonna have them a field day next week. Me and Sketch took off
brother.
Thursday, and we set a time. Like I told him, it drops that Thursday. Like I need him to tell me for real, whether or not he gonna be like we playing at midnight type shit. Like now, so let's answer the question right now on air. I'm gonna put you on the spot. We doing like midnight type stuff, so I need to plan for it because I can midnight play until whatever, or we talking Thursday morning. We set a time. We both up like 7, and
Uh,
we rock and roll.
you know what? I'm gonna give us a full day. I'm gonna say we wake up early Thursday.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So y'all here Thursday. Y'all here. Tuesday episode when y'all listen to it. Next Tuesday's episode when y'all listen to it, y'all gonna be reminded that the stream team mean dream gonna be happening. We gonna be Scarce Guy's new name gonna be revealed next week. Once we get all this stuff together, and we're gonna be in y'all faces all the time. Just so y'all know. But the real reason, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna preface this news. I found out that the Acolyte was canceled. And what I did was I sent a link to Sketch and I said, I hope you sleep well. And Sketch messaged me the next morning and he said, I had the best night's sleep I ever had in a long time. Because he got to go to sleep knowing that the Acolyte got canceled and will not be getting another season. And all of their fucking about with making Jedi as weak as they did, fucking with the Force, love triangle, well, not necessarily more of a
Yeah,
moral love thing.
yeah. Enemies to lovers
Playing
arc,
around with uh lightsaber bleeding. Come on, man. You
bro.
lightsaber bleed. Listen, when I saw what they were trying to do with that, I thought that is the like one of the things you keep in your bag of tricks for like ultimate type shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't just throw that shit around because two people have, have a butt in love and whatever. You don't just give a random person that no one knows really that kind of like plot twist. As far I feel
It
like
goes, all goes
uh,
back to story crafting, man. People who don't know how to craft stories, all they know how to do is pull from everything else.
and just show us
Bro,
the cool shit. Here's something
bro,
cool.
she is a fan fiction author. We have been saying this shit. Listen to people who actually read fan fiction or have edited fan fiction. We saw this shit. I said this shit coming from a mile away when we watched the first trailer. When we watched the first episode, like this is some fan fiction bullshit. Even before I heard what she was on, yeah, but it's gone. And actually, I heard some tea about it today. Um, so apparently, on top of there being some uh some behind the scenes drama as far as like Leslie Headland's vision versus what the studio wanted. Um, apparently, they wanted Keanu Reeves as Master Soul, and Leslie Headland wanted it to go to a smaller more unknown actor, which would have been weird to have both Neo and Trinity
Mm.
in the thing. Like that, that'd have been kind of funky. Um,
They be just trying to do anything.
but yeah, like it's weird. But what's crazy is that it wasn't Headland's idea; it was the studio's idea. That's wild to me. But yeah, I mean, between the stuff going on with the Acolyte and the rabid, crazy fans all over TikTok and Facebook, you should hear some of the stuff they're saying now, talking about I hope you're happy, because the incels couldn't stand to see two dark
What?
skinned characters hold hands and be powerful in the force. I'm like, y'all
That
have
wasn't.
completely
Is
missed.
that what they're saying?
Yes. Oh, bro.
It's
You
not
you
about.
you
It's
are
not
you
about that at all. They don't care that about the. Ultimately, I can ultimately and truly believe in sketch you being the fan that they, not an incel like that, but you being the fan that they upset. You can explain to me and really be like, Star Wars can get around the love. Star Wars fans can get around a love story. People fall in love all the time. What the
yeah.
problem was is you took decades worth of backstory about how powerful certain beings are, and you made them easily beatable.
Yes.
Then on top of that, you completely made a show where the force as a whole is disregarded in favor of you proving that the thread or what these two twins come from is more powerful than the force, which is why you let them beat up Jedi like you do. And after you're done having them beat up Jedi, you want it to be a love story where a dark force user, and I don't only know what they come going to try to go and tell us about Sith after a while if they got 2 or 3 seasons, but they want to focus on the dark side of the force, the good side are weak, and the thread is appreciated in all of this.
So
Come on.
I'm gonna throw you in the mind of I heard this online, and I'm not being malicious, but it's hilarious. Some people are calling her lesbian headlamp
What?
instead of Leslie Headland, the show creator. They're
I
calling
haven't
her
heard that.
lesbian headlamp, and I think it's hilarious. So Miss Headlamp, um, more than anything else, what's super super crazy about um the writing of the story was they were she was adamant in the interviews about kind of deconstructing the Jedi as an ideal, which
Mhm.
she said earlier in the interview that she didn't want to change anything from current Star Wars canon, the George Lucas stuff, the prequel sequels, and the sequels that came, the Reylo stuff. She said she didn't want to touch that, but then in the same interview, not I'd say 150 words later, she talks about how with it being so far forward or so far back, um, being almost 90 years before the current canon, um, it's really easy to deconstruct the Jedi as a people. And I'm like, you just contradicted yourself. You just told on yourself what you wanted to do. On top of that, she said in a more recent interview that one of the things she wanted to do was explore the idea of Yoda covering all this up because of something he covered up in one of the prequel trilogy episodes. I can't remember which instance she's talking about off the top of my head. I have to go back and read the article, but that was one of her big sticking points was like she wanted to use this as an opportunity to explore that um with Vernestra and like covering up the whole debacle on Brendor and then going back and reporting it to the council. And anybody who has been on the internet, anybody who has read specifically Harry Potter fan fiction, can sniff this out as evil Dumbledore plot.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. Just you don't want to go there, but I've been there. Harry Potter fan fiction, some of the more quote unquote seriously written Harry Potter fan fiction gets wild with evil Dumbledore stuff. Like it gets vile. Like I have seen like movie villains with more scruples than that motherfucker in their fan fictions, and they love it because of the perceived injustice in the power dynamic. And you see it all over Star Wars, like cosplay fiction, like fan fiction stuff like that. You see it
Mhm.
all over there. There's a definite problem with the institution of the Jedi as a whole because of their more conservative, repressive nature. Obviously, as a group of anarchistic nerds, that doesn't speak to us very well. So we want that's why everybody wants to be Sith. Come to the dark side. We have cookies,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
or if you're more of a bit of a goody two shoes, but you still want to be a little edgy, then they go for the I'm a gray Jedi, which isn't even fucking canon. At least not the actual
What's
definition
a
they're
gray
talking about.
Jedi? Obviously, it's like somebody in the
The
middle.
the technical definition for a gray Jedi is number one, someone who doesn't listen to the council, doesn't follow their rules completely, or number two, someone who is in tune with part of the dark side of the force, not completely giving themselves over, but is
All right,
more
so
neutral.
isn't everyone in tune?
No,
Okay, okay.
um, but by those two definitions, great Jedi don't exist. What most people talk about when they talk about the great Jedi is like literally being in the middle, walking that line, being able to use
Just have to being able to use the force, but not dealing with either side.
exactly, and that's not canon. Um, but yeah, going back to that whole thing though, once you understand where those things in the fandom are and what they are, and then you look at what Leslie Headland wrote, it's easy to see. That's what we've been talking about the whole time. If you've been there, then you know what the fuck she's talking about. And the disconnect comes from the normies don't fucking know about this, but the Star Wars fans do. So now you have two camps. One which is crying out because you're fucking with something that doesn't need to be fucked with and injecting a bunch of shit that doesn't need to be in there. And the second group who is actively lying to everybody else about what they're trying to put on TV. That's what the current Star Wars problem, that's what the Star Wars problem has always been since Kathleen Kennedy took over. One group of people who want to keep their thing and have no problem sharing it as long as you come over here respectfully, and another part trying to change it and actively lying about it. And conducting a very successful smear campaign against the other side.
Well, you know what they say? Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch being the acolyte.
Yep. And it's glorious.
And then the biggest point to be made is with everything you tried to do, the ratings showed.
Oh, they lied so hard early on. This is the most successful Star Wars show. The ratings are through the roof, blah, blah, blah. That thing didn't even chart.
And I understand if you even count the first episode because everybody gonna check out at least the first episode to see what it's all about or whatever. So I could see you get some numbers off episode one, but
My
after
guy,
that, we gave it 4.
there are, hear me when I say this, there are reposted YouTube videos from 5 years ago with more views than any of those episodes.
Whoa. Huh?
Their regular viewership doesn't equal Asmongold.
One Asmongold video. I saw Asmongold cooking with his other streamer.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he
like
did that.
you, 5 of his shorts blows out the Acolyte. Like it's dumb. Like he can do numbers, and he has minimal budget. Like I'm sure he has a budget because he's a YouTuber, but they had $180 million.
He's sitting in front of his computer needing to clean his room.
Exactly. Like
So
literally,
that's
what are
what
you
we
doing?
want to do. That's what we trying to do.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna be Thursday. Because Thursday, sketch, when I tell you, like, I already got a snack list planned, drinks, everything. Like we are going to be on it, on it.
All
Like
right.
I'm talking about, like I'm telling everybody, like, ain't no, don't bother me. I got a magnetized dry erase thing. I got slap on the door. It's gonna say fuck off. I'm saving the universe. Just to let you know how excited I am. Guys, this I thought we were gonna do the fail stuff, but it doesn't really mesh with what we were honestly talking about. So I think it's gonna be a short episode. But I will let you guys know that on top of the Twitch stuff that's happening, and on top of the everything, like we're gonna be having some merch coming out here soon too. So I ain't gonna lie to you now. I wouldn't mad at fucking no part-time fan shirt too.
You know what? Okay, I'm writing that down now.
I'm just gonna put it out there, man. I will wear no part-time fan shirt because a full-time fan knows exactly what I mean.
Exactly.
We appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to listen to us. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, comment down below. Message us at wearejustbooling@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Please check out the links in the description below. They have some links to Sketch's amazing work that he's doing. And I have to check out his videos in a little bit. I've been slacking, but please check those out. Well, you haven't been putting them out, have you?
No, I came in some technical difficulties.
Okay.
But
So,
it worked out.
Still, we got some stuff for y'all to watch, though. He has some stuff for y'all to watch, and then y'all need to understand that Warhammer Space Marine commentary is coming. So that's gonna be the gist for a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm probably gonna have I'm probably gonna just one of our episodes is gonna be fucking just clips of me and Sketch playing Space Marines, because I got this thing this AI clip thing that pull the best clips. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna pull his stream, and I'm gonna pull my stream, and I'm gonna intertwine some some clips of us just having fun and talking shit, and because when I tell you I'm gonna learn so much about Warhammer, and y'all are too during this, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I cannot wait.
Please be ready. Please be ready, because I'm not gonna be able to shut up about it, y'all. Like, Sane is already locked in.
Oh man, that's enough. I just realized that too. You're also coming over that Saturday.
Yep.
And I forgot, and I originally mentioned that we were going to be playing game. We're going to be powering through Game of Thrones, but maybe not. We're going to be preoccupied with that. I mean, we may still be able to put on. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. The meals and stuff still. Yeah, we'll work that out. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone for listening. And as always,
don't forget to have fun.
Take care.
Peace.